Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning. I'm the senior taster of Whisky.com, and today we have an independent bottle, a single malt whiskey from Scotland, especially from the Isle of Islay, and it's called Strata 15 Years. It's probably called Strata or Strata. This is Gaelic, that's pronounced differently to the English, and it's from a company called Mac-Talla. It's priced in the 70s, it's unchill filtered, uncolored, and has the typical 46% ABV. And Mac-Talla is Gaelic, as I said, and it's translated into echo. There is a very famous family in Scotland in the whiskey business. It's called Morrison. So there had been sometime a Morrison Bowmore company, and Morrison, well, there had been many parts of that family around, so might be relatives to them. I do not look behind that, so I don't know exactly. The Strata or Strata bottling is as well Gaelic and stands for the stones, the magmatic stones at the coast of Islay, and therefore we have some of these stones shown on the card box, and Jamie Morrison has underwritten this: rich and balanced, a legacy of integrity, intuition, and patience. Hand selected. And color, deep copper, we will see soon. Nose, smoked barley and rich stewed fruits. Taste, sherry fruits and winter spices with lovely, gentle, smoky note. Rich and balanced with complexity beyond its years. So this is a bottle from an unknown distillery. And when I have to guess, I would think that this might come from the Bowmore distillery, because in the year 2000 they interrupted their production from the big blended whiskey industry, and on the other side the single malts, and just concentrated on the single malts. And there had been excess volume which was sold outside of the company. This might be one of these bottles from those early years. Might also come from Caol Ila, who sold whiskies to the branch as well, and Bunnahabhain started to sell their peated whiskies as well to not to the public, but to different companies. So you can't tell from which distillery this whiskies originates, but it's from Islay because they tell you so. And the specialty is it matured in ex-bourbon casks as well as in ex-sherry casks. And this is very interesting because a long maturation in ex-sherry cask will lead to a deeper character. Not only from the sherry, whiskey just extracts the few liters which hide in the porous staves of the casks. They extract it quite fast, but with the years of maturation, there's more to come out of those staves of those sherry casks. Very good cork, smoky immediately on the nose, very fruity, spicy, yeah, and not sharp spicy like pepper or something. No, this was spicy in the real word of spicy, not hot. Yeah, this is a whiskey for the upcoming winter. Winter is coming. This is massive, intense, smoky notes, not too strong. Immediately sherry notes on top of that. And this calls for being a Bowmore, because they produce whiskey with a 35 ppm and not the 45, 50 ppm other distilleries on Islay produce their smoky whiskies from. But they might be as well combined smoky and non-smoky whiskies from Islay. No, they call it a single malt. Yes, they call it a single malt. So the only chance to mix peated and unpeated whiskey would have been from Bunnahabhain. They have peated and unpeated malts, and they still would be a single malt. Yeah, cheers. Intense, kicking, but balanced, upcoming spiciness, not yeah, a hint of pepper as well. Very long on your tongue, very long aftertaste, and complex. And the sherry cask maturation wasn't a first fill sherry cask, or only a sherry cask among others non-sherry casks, because the color is not that deep as you have with first fill sherry casks. But the spiciness for a 15-year-old is high, so this might come from those sherry casks, which quite often have different oak species built in them. Yeah, very complex, very intense, massive. So the 15 years add to the intensity, add to the oakiness, and do not reduce the smokiness that much, and does not give this flat, matured character of a whiskey. No, this one matured to an intensity. Yeah. Additive maturation is quite high. Yeah, this is a whiskey really worth the money, I think. It's around 70, as I said, and it's 15 years of age, which is quite rare today with the independent bottlers of Islay whiskies, because the stocks of them aren't that high, aren't that big, so they were lucky to have those casks available. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.